Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Wish you a very happy New Year 2021 and a warm welcome to the Agri AI Grand Challenge webinar conducted by Telangana AI Mission. My name is Madhav and I'm your host for this session today. So I'm excited to share with you that Government of Telangana through TAIM has launched Innovation Factory, a series of grand challenges where participants will compete to develop innovative AI solutions for selected use cases in various domains. As you are aware that agriculture is a key focus area for the state of Telangana, so this edition of Innovation Factory is focused on agriculture. This is an opportunity for innovators to assist the government of Telangana in helping farmers increase their income by working on 3 selected use cases, which are precision farming for improving yield, real-time price discovery and volume management at e-marketplace, farmer lending using farm output backed credit risk assessment. This edition of the Grand Challenge is led by Emerging Technologies Department of Government of Telangana, along with our immersion partner, Professor Jaya Shankar, Telangana State Agriculture University. Other partners such as Research and Innovation Circle, Hyderabad chapter, Amazon Cloud Services as cloud partner, and Clusters.ai as our platform partner. So to deliver keynotes on the objective, process, and expectations from this grand challenge, we are honored to have with us today Shri Jayesh Ranjanji, Principal Secretary to Government of Telangana, INC Department and ITENC Department, along with Dr. B. Janardhan Reddy, Principal Secretary to Government of Telangana, Department of Agriculture and Cooperation, and Dr. Praveen Rao, Vice Chancellor, Professor Jaya Shankar, Telangana State Agriculture University. Thank you, sirs, for taking time out from a busy schedule to address the participants in this grand challenge. To start with, Dr. Praveen Rao will share his expectations, followed by Dr. Reddy and then Shri Jayesh Ranjanji, who will share their perspectives and objective of this grand challenge. And at the end of the keynotes, we will have a Q&A session led by Rama ma'am, OSD2 Principal Secretary, and Kalpana ma'am. So without further ado, I would like to pass on the stage to Dr. Praveen Rao. Sir, over to you.
Good morning, Madhavji, and respected Principal Secretary Jayesh Ranjan Garu, Janardhan Reddy Garu, and Ramadevi Madam, and all the dignitaries, Deva, including Devansh, and all the dignitaries who are part of this grand challenge. I am happy and also congratulate the IT Department of Telangana for this initiative, and also express my sincere thanks and gratitude to the entire team of IT for enabling us to be an immersion partner in contributing our domain knowledge for this challenge. We believe that today, if we look at the agriculture per se in a larger picture, we know that this country, starting from ship to mouth, has reached a stage wherein we have surplus production in several crops, both at the national level and as well as at the state level. But at the same time, we notice that there are several challenges, particularly looking at the resources. There is a declining of the resources in terms of land, in terms of soil quality. And also, we see that climate change is an important aspect which we have to factor in today. Nutritional security is another aspect, and sustaining the productivity levels and also bringing returns to the farmers is the key today in the agriculture, because there is an immense opportunity, particularly in oil seeds, fruits and vegetables. Value addition, food processing, incremental opportunity is huge, and there is a need for us to improve the efficiency of the agricultural production system as such, and also at the same time provide what you call agricultural commodities to the consumers which are of good quality with high traceability and so on and so forth. So in the entire agri value chain, what we call today as agri food system value chain, there is immense scope for applying these emerging technologies, particularly whether artificial intelligence, including machine learning, deep learning, and unmanned aerial vehicles like drones, Internet of the Things. So there is an immense scope. And today we also see several farmers are showing interest in these gadgets so that they can improve their situation. So in this regard, we feel that there are 3 or 4 challenges, wherein one is, say, what you call bringing value proposition to the farmers by fine-tuning the technologies that are developed by IT experts, wherein the agricultural university can play an important role in enabling them to understand the real situation of agriculture, that so what you call the important aspects of technical knowledge or agronomic knowledge of agriculture to these IT experts. That is one thing. Number 2 is building up the data stacks, particularly with regards to the use cases. We cannot build up overnight all the data that is required, but at least we have to make a beginning in this direction. That is where the marriage between IT experts and the domain experts is very, very important, because we have to understand them and they have to understand us, so that then only we can bring value proposition to the farmers. So the third important challenge is, say, first one is say validating the use cases that what they have developed, understanding and between us and building up the data stacks. And the third one is bringing value proposition to the farmers. How we can bring the value proposition, and that too in an affordable manner. Whether we can build up modules which the farmers can afford. One example what we are looking at is hubs and spokes model, wherein few farms can act as a hub, and from there we can take this knowledge to the abetting all the few thousands of farmers. So how we can build these clusters, this is another challenge what we have once we validate these technologies. So these are the few things which we for the last 6 to 8 months we are facing, and I think that is where the Agricultural University can play an important role along with the IT Department of Agriculture. And I am very happy that we have received in the past very good support from IT department, and we are trying to understand them, and I think we can act as an immersion partner in this grand challenge and help. Particularly, we are looking at outreach, screening and evaluation of these so what you call startups which have with scientific and business mentoring, incubation support also we can give them, particularly because we have huge number of schemes operating at the university. Knowledge support also we can give it to these so what you call startups to contribute to the objective of AI mission of the state, and as well as immersion support to them, particularly at the grassroots level, innovation piloting opportunities, stakeholder connections, and all these, say what you call, come from, we can help in make it happen. So I thank once again, and I congratulate the IT department and the entire team for bringing this to the fore, and I think we will be happy to associate and contribute to the might of the IT department. Thank you one and all.
So we welcome this initiative, and Ramadevi and their team and Jayesh Ranjan sir, they have taken a lot of pain actually to get started this particular initiative.
Respected Vice Chancellor Praveen Rao Garu, my colleague Janardhan Reddy Garu, Mr. Madhav, my colleague Ramadevi, senior representatives from the Agriculture Department, from the Agriculture University, from NASSCOM. It is a matter of great happiness that we are launching this very important grand challenge, which is something that has been in the planning for more than 6 months now. But I'm glad that we are able to get it off the ground today. All of us are aware that this is one of the important unfulfilled goals for the country as a whole. Not just this government in Delhi, but the one before them also were speaking about doubling of farmers' income. And while some progress has been made, but still we are quite far away from reaching that goal of doubling farmers' income. And in Telangana, we are very, very confident that apart from other things, one of the most important requirements of meeting this goal is to bring in technology. And we are also aware that while there are large companies, large corporations, large technology providers, but something very transformative is coming from the world of startups. And I'm very happy that the government of Telangana, NASSCOM, and most importantly, our Agriculture University in Hyderabad, we have joined hands to throw open this Agri AI Grand Challenge. And I'm sure this will generate lots of enthusiasm. We are precisely stating the challenges and the problems which we expect the participants to respond to. There are issues related to precision farming. There are issues related to getting better prices or more remunerative prices to the farmers. And of course, the entire agriculture cycle management, all the issues and all the problems, deficiencies, gaps that are seen in that challenge, in that stage, that also is a part of this challenge. Now, many of the startups who are participating or who intend to participate in this grand challenge, they must have had experience of participating in similar events, similar hackathons in the past also, and they must have had their own kind of experiences, some very positive, some maybe mixed. One or two feedback which we get typically from the participants is that, first of all, adequate data sets are not made available. So I would like to assure you that we have already curated, my colleague will tell you later how many kinds of data sets, but we have curated practically the entire range of data sets that any participant will require to test his solution. So that is one very big contribution that the government will be putting on the table. Similarly, the solutions also can be tested on a test bed. Actually, the Agriculture University have already started this practice. Right now, if I recall correctly, 11 solutions are being tested in different research centers of the Agriculture University. So that is again something which is very provocative about this challenge, that not only will you be stopped at the ideation stage, you will also be given a chance to test your solutions in real-time climatic environment. So suppose your solution is targeted at a particular crop which requires certain kinds of environmental conditions or marketing conditions. So we can recreate all that as authentically, as accurately as possible. And of course, all of you, I'm sure, know this, that Telangana is considered to be one of the most reformative states when it comes to agriculture. We were incidentally the first state which started this direct benefit transfer scheme, which has now become a national role model. The kind of investments that our state has made on irrigation projects to make water available for different kinds of crops. Similarly, the kind of arrangements which our state has made for extension work. We have appointed a large number of extension officers. We are creating a platform at the grassroots level, which is called Raitu Samanvay Samiti. These are farmers' organizations at smaller cluster level, which will interface with the extension officer. Our government is now in the process of constructing what are called Raitu Vedikas. These are facilities where this extension work can happen, training can happen, knowledge exchange can happen. So lots of reforms have been introduced. We tried actually in the current agriculture season also a very, very landmark concept which is called regulated farming. See, we have experienced in the past that one of the reasons why farmers don't get remunerative prices, that there is a mismatch between the demand and supply. Many times they overproduce and therefore the market crashes and they feel disappointed and disgruntled at the lack of prices that they are getting. So how does one bring that balance is an attempt which our government is now trying through this concept called regulated farming. So colleagues from the agriculture department will share more details if required. But the sum and substance of what I'm telling is that bringing in technology is a part of the long chain of initiatives to ensure that agriculture is not just remunerative, it actually creates records in terms of production, productivity, etc. And these three challenges that we have taken up, which have been also put in the chat box by my colleague, all of you can become more familiar with this. And obviously, as I said, there are amazing opportunities to test your solutions, to scale it up at the entire state level. And what you do in Telangana today can open doors for you for the rest of the country, because in agriculture, for sure, country is looking up to our state of Telangana, and no other state can give you this kind of a platform and opportunity that we are giving. So my congratulations once again to all the stakeholders, particularly to NASSCOM. We partner with them on setting up what is called TAIM, the Telangana Artificial Intelligence Mission. And while the mission is working on multiple verticals, agriculture is a very important vertical. And I'm glad that NASSCOM has joined hands with us to run this challenge. 2020, as all of you would know, was celebrated as the year of artificial intelligence in Telangana. And many people had questioned that once 2020 gets over, what next? Will the impetus, will the momentum stop? And we had told everyone that 2020 was just the kind of a stepping stone. There'll be lots of things beyond 2020 also. So I'm very happy that in January itself, we are running this AI-based challenge for agriculture. So congratulations to Madhav, Snehanshu, and the rest of the NASSCOM folks. And I'm very happy that our agriculture department is extremely supportive. See, normally in other states, this is a major struggle. While IT department has lots of great ideas about emerging technologies, the concerned line department does not share the same kind of enthusiasm and the same kind of pace of thinking and execution. But as I said, the scenario in Telangana is very, very difficult. I'm very delighted that both Janardhan Reddy Garu as well as Vice Chancellor Praveen Rao Garu have put their entire heart and soul behind all these tech initiatives for agriculture. They are also personally present in this conference despite their preoccupation. So very good augury for all of us who are serious about bringing reforms in the agriculture sector. And my best wishes to all the participants. I'm sure that after a few months, we will be reassembling to evaluate the best solutions and perhaps plan for the next steps for all of them. So for the present, good wishes once again, and hope to remain connected with all of you. Thank you very much.
All the data sets would be made available on a portal, which we'll actually share it with you, the link of the portal. It will be available on a data platform in a format that is amenable for the solution. I mean, we try to actually collect as many data sets as possible, and VC Garu has been, and his entire team actually helped us to collate that data and, host it. So we'll be hosting it in a couple of days. We'll actually share the URL. And beyond that, if any data is required, if it is available within our ecosystem, like within the department or within the agriculture department, we would certainly share. Otherwise, you may have to actually, look at other sources of, data providers. It could be from the public data sets or else, but whatever that is available within our ecosystem, we'll certainly provide.
So just to give a perspective to everyone, I think this will be a common question on what kind of data we have collected. So broadly, I can name the data sets which are available, which will be useful for all three use cases. There is soil health data available, and mind that all of these are only for 3 crops. The crops are groundnut, maize and Bengal gram. And the data sets which we are providing are soil health data, satellite imagery data to a certain extent, real-time mandi data in terms of prices, arrivals in the market, crop yields for these particular 3 crops, production and consumption data at the village level for these 3 crops, weather data, irrigation maps, storage network details in terms of where are the warehouses, where are the cold storage units, commodity profile data in terms of standards which are required for each of the crops, and digital land records registry, and defect and test images. Also, we have collected some import-export volume details, but obviously this is not exhaustive data set available with us because things are beyond the control of the Telangana state in this particular area. But we will also have historical purchase prices for these crops for the last 3 years. Yeah, that broadly these are the kind of data sets. We took around 3 months to do this prediction exercise, and a lot of ecosystem players came together to build this data set. Sure, sir. A baseline of the data sets which we think would be required have been prepared. But each solution, each algorithm would require a different type of data.
Correct.
We would try to give it whatever we have. At least baseline homework has been done. If anything else is required, we'll try to find out within our network. or the startup are free to procure their own data, find out from publicly available.
So what I would request the participants is that if you have any further queries, points and questions or anything that we want to discuss, please email to us at TAIM, that's TAIM @NASSCOM.in. I'll put that in the chat box for your convenience. Feel free to write to us at this email address and we will answer your queries. Okay. So now that we have come to the end of this webinar, and I would like to thank Shri Jayesh Ranjanji, Dr. Reddy Garu and Dr. Rao Garu for your time and keynotes on this webinar and this Agri AI Grand Challenge. Thank you, Rama ma'am and Kalpana ma'am, for answering the questions, and thank you, the members of the audience, for your time and participation. Wishing you all the best. This is your host, Madhu, signing off for the day. Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Stay safe and be healthy.